Welcome to the channel. So we're now in the third day of Israel-Iran war. As you can imagine, the news and information is overwhelming and changing all the time. I thought I'd make this video to give some of my own analysis and answers to some of your questions. One question that is mostly asked is, will the people of Iran now see an opportunity to pour into the streets and overthrow the regime? I'm going to give you as realistic answers as I can, and it may not be what you want to hear. At the moment, there is no tangible evidence that the people in Iran have as yet, as I'm speaking, seen enough evidence that if they pour into the streets, they can overthrow the regime. Just in the last 2 decades, Iranian people have had 4 major uprisings, and all have been brutally quashed. Protesters have been killed, maimed, imprisoned, tortured. The crackdowns have been brutal beyond most of us can imagine. Street violence is the regime's playing field, and unfortunately they're very good at it. From what I'm hearing on the ground, people in Iran are watching the developments carefully. They want nothing more than see the back of the regime and be liberated from this archaic, backward regime. But as of now, they don't see the moment has arrived. Despite the top brass of the Ayatollahs having been decapitated, the regime's still in control. And one test for that was the Friday prayers, which went ahead as business as usual. I know there have been a lot of calls by Iranian expats for people in Iran to pour out on the streets and overthrow the regime, but look, the people in Iran are not going to listen to some expats like me or anyone else sitting comfortably outside Iran telling them to risk everything and come on the streets. They will know when to do it, when they think the time is right. And one thing that those expats don't seem to think about is the details. They don't think through the details. They just, come out on the streets. But it's very easy to ask people to come on the streets, but what happens next? In 1979, Khomeini could do that because he had a network inside Iran. The mosques were his network, and every village and small town had a mosque that acted as his network and listening post. In the month leading to his takeover of Iran, there were revolution committees that had been formed in every district in all major cities, with the mosques acting as their headquarters. And Khomeini had pre-appointed these people to head the government organization and institutions in the aftermath of the revolution. So he had a sort of like a equivalent of a shadow government, a shadow cabinet already formed. So people knew if they go on the streets, what is to come next. And unfortunately, he had the authority to manage and mobilize them. I don't see any of that at the moment. So even if people come on the streets, what's going to happen next? The regime has undoubtedly been weakened by the Israeli attacks. Absolutely. This is going to be a shadow of what it was before. The balance of power has moved from where it was last week, but the balance has not as yet, as I'm making this video, tipped in a way that people feel they can come on the streets and overthrow the regime. However, if and when it does, we need to think about what next. Personally, and again, many may not like what I'm going to say, but I think at the moment, the best solution to stop from Iran being a failed state like Libya is for a military coup. A military coup by a secular section of the armed forces that will round up the Ayatollahs and the religious elements of the regime, form an interim secular government to build the institutions for the aftermath of the Ayatollah, so that Iran will once again be a normal country and be able to thrive and become prosperous and live in peace with other countries. Anyways, keep your questions coming in the comments, and I will make more videos and answer further questions as best as I can. If you think I'm wrong, I'm always happy to debate and hear your points and views, and if need be, I'm happy to admit that I was wrong. I've been wrong before, and I've admitted I was wrong before on previous occasions. But right now, this is my assessment of the situation.